Does a backlink indexer really work now these days? If so, what is the best backlink indexer you can suggest?
Um, so I stopped using backlink indexers at least a year or two ago because I found that they weren't really working, and quite honestly, that I didn't think it was worth doing because basically, depending on how the indexer works, sometimes things might not look so natural. And so, in order to create the most natural link profile, I'm doing what the normal business owner would do, which is creating profiles and then not worrying about it. Plus, Chris and I have gone into this quite a bit. And I think it was a quote from Mueller that you put up recently, right, Chris? That said, of course we don't index every link we find, right? But that doesn't mean it's not
Yeah.
registered. But why would they index countless directories and citations, etc.? However, that's not to say that it doesn't paint a picture, right? I see indexers as sort of like a spammy technique, quite
Yeah,
honestly, in
it's
my
just
opinion, now
it's
at this
it's
point.
unnatural. You're
Yeah.
already doing something, you're building links, which,
Hmm.
as you know, Google doesn't really like that too much. You know, people still consider it white hat or whatever, but by adding more on top of that, like force indexing stuff, just add something else that just isn't super natural to the mix, which in general we like to stay away from, and just to let things index naturally. If you're talking about indexing things like pillow links, which would be like citations, directories, profiles, we're talking about, or you can look at our articles for more information on pillow links. But basically, something that's not a niche edit, not a guest post, not a PBN, not an editorial link, but pillow links, stuff that anybody can make. I wouldn't be trying to index those at all. I would just, my personally, I would just stay away from it and just let them index naturally. Google will index them if they think they're important. That being said, something you can use are people like to use like Web 2.0s to help index things. Or you could do stuff like just basically shooting any kind of links at other links will help get things indexed. But that kind of leads me to the next point, which is if you're talking about a page on your website that you want to get indexed, I guess you're talking about just backlinks because you're saying backlink indexing.
Yeah.
So if you're okay, so let's say you're actually talking about something that's not a pillow link. You're talking about like niche edits, guest posts, or PBN links. Um, so those types of links, so a guest post, depending on what kind of site it's on, uh, it can take different amounts of time to index. It just depends on basically the backlink profile that website has. If they have a bunch of backlinks going to the site and they're good links, it's going to get crawled quickly and indexed really fast. Niche edits, generally when you buy niche edits, the article should already be indexed. Um, but then, it's going to have to get recrawled. Then you have a new link being added to it. But I wouldn't worry about it. As long as the URL is already indexed, it's gonna come. But so even with those kind of things, I would not be trying to force index, PBN links or edits or guest posts. Just
No.
let them come. And if they're not coming, if they're not getting indexed, like for example, if you pay for a guest post and it's not indexed after like 2 weeks or like a month or whatever, I mean, I
It
would,
depends on the quality of
yeah.
the guest posts and stuff, right? But yeah, after hypothetical, like I order some from wherever, after a month, I'll probably be like, well, this should be indexed,
Yeah,
right?
if it's, I mean, and I know things. I know
But I
things have been
honestly, I
taking a little
never
longer to
look.
get indexed. No, yeah, I never look
Yeah,
either.
like I don't ever check that. I put my link orders in every month to whatever asset, and then I forget about it because
But what I think a
it's
lot of
easier
people
to
don't
delete.
realize is that we like use our own service the same way that you would use it. Like
Yeah,
we
yeah.
we we put orders
Use
into
my
our
orders.
team now the same way you would buy links from us. We just put
Yeah,
the orders in and they come and we don't check anything. Like we just say okay.
yeah.
And I guess we probably
I
should because the
even
team can make mistakes and we do fix mistakes free
Sure.
of charge, of course. but,
But I,
but
I
we
mean,
just don't. We don't check it.
I have a separate company that pays for orders through the teams at this company, right? So hypothetical, I am a client as well as an operator. So
But anyway, what we're trying to get at is, if you get like something like a guest post or a PBN link and it's not indexed after a few weeks, definitely something to look into. But I wouldn't try to force index it. It would be more like talking with the provider and either seeing what's going on or trying to get a replacement or something along those lines.
mm-hmm.
If it's not in, if it's an an actual piece of content on a real website and it's not getting indexed after a good amount of time, then there's something going on there, right? And I wouldn't try to force index it because it doesn't make that situation any better. You're still getting a link from something that's not indexing like it should be, which is a sign of, it not being too healthy. And then if you're just doing pillow type stuff, I just wouldn't index at all. But like I was saying,
Yeah.
some people like to use like Web 2.0s or whatever. I just, if you're trying to force index stuff, it's just,
I mean, it's like, is it worthwhile to shoot backlinks at some of these things that you're talking about wanting to index, right? How, like when you think about it, it's got to be a backlink that's going to have some some value to it in your eyes in order to spend the extra money to do tiered backlinking campaigns to these things, which absolutely is a good idea, can work. But you're not really, if you're doing it for the purpose of trying to index something, I think you're kind of missing the point, which is to just build a larger network, right? So yeah, it's
yeah,
is it worth doing for Nisus?
so maybe this wasn't the answer you're looking for, but it's our like honest to God, truthful answer. I would just stay away from it is my advice. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Be sure to check the description below for links to our blog for more info on this topic, along with a bunch of other cool stuff like case studies, our Facebook community, and our link building services. And like always, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell if you enjoyed the video. Thanks and happy ranking.